Can you imagine yourself living like this every day? The air quality of an Indian city is 150 micrograms per cubic meter of air. PM 2.5 refers to fine particles, 2.5 micrometers or smaller in diameter, produced by combustion, including motor vehicles, power plants, forest fires, and some industrial processes. By comparison, London's average is 16. Now, take a look at the 20 most polluted countries. The most polluted country in the world is Pakistan, with an average PM 2.5 concentration of 115.7, while China is ranked as 13th most polluted. We mentioned earlier that one of the reasons contributing to global climate change is because of the increase in carbon dioxide emission. So where does the emission come from? A big source of such emission is from deforestation and chemicals. Let's look at an example of deforestation. 84% of Indonesian land was covered by forests in late 1900. But as deforestation intensified, 170 million hectares of forest was estimated to drop to 100 million by the end of 20th century. And it was expected that the forests will be logged within a decade. Indonesia is also among the largest greenhouse gas emitter in the world, just behind China and the United States. Deforestation means logging, clearing land for agriculture, and creating space for housing and commercial developments. What are the consequences of deforestation? First, it releases CO2 into the atmosphere when it's burned or when it's left to rot. Second, deforestation of tropical areas impacts rates of evaporative cooling land to increased chances of forest fires. In addition, it increases habitat loss and species extinction. It also increases the chance of disease corridors, roads that incubate different types of diseases, for example, malaria. The human vulnerability to natural disasters, such as landslides, would be increased too. If deforestation has such devastating effects, why is the government still allowing it? Indeed, Indonesian government is imposing strict regulations in controlling forest fires, but these interventions are not always effective. For example, forest fires are started as a habit or started accidentally by palm oil companies, which can quickly get out of hand. Secondly, small farmers likely adopt slash and burn as a cheap way to clear land. Third, environmentally unconscious companies might have started the fire by accidentally throwing cigarette butts into dry scrubs. Indeed, the effects of Indonesia forest fires do not only affect Indonesia. It also affects neighboring countries such as Malaysia and Singapore, affecting even the daily activities of people in these countries. In this segment, you learned that deforestation is one of the major culprits of carbon dioxide emission. You also learned that the effect of deforestation is not only contained within the country itself, but likely incur a chain of ripple effects to other countries. Even though the harmful effects of deforestation on the environment is obvious in this example, how the devastating effects can be attenuated often contingent on negotiations within countries' policymakers. What are some of the solutions proposed in resolving the Southeast Asian haze problem? Are they successful? Or what more can the government or their citizens do? We will revisit this topic later on.